Dissociative identity disorder was formerly called as multiple personality disorder. People with DID or dissociative identity disorder develop one or more alternative personalities that function with or without the awareness of the person's usual personality. This disorder often goes undiagnosed among the general population. At MediCircle, we present to you the Dissociative Identity Disorder Awareness Series, where we are featuring eminent clinical psychologists, psychiatrists, and psychoanalysts treating dissociative identity disorder, through which we aim to change those fears by spreading awareness of its existence to today's society and help bring about education and success through understanding and compassion. Hi, I'm Smita Kumar, and today our guest for the talk is Dr. Sudipta Roy. Dr. Sudipta is a RCI registered clinical psychologist working in this field for the last 25 years. She has extensive teaching, research, and clinical experience. As a highly skilled and trained clinical psychologist, she is completely devoted to helping people understand and resolve their concerns psychologically. She is a guru to several students and has changed the lives of clients, students, and co workers in several ways. Hi, Dr. Sudipta. Welcome to MediCircle.
Thank you so much, Smita.
So, Dr. Sudipta, to begin with, what must a person do to heal himself from dissociative identity disorder?
So, the question that you're asking me, Smita, is actually a tricky one because you see, one of the first criteria to identify a dissociative identity disorder is that the person would be unaware of their other identity. Therefore, healing oneself in this condition becomes rather difficult because if you're not conscious of what's happening with you, then the chances of actually trying to deal with it yourself becomes very limited. But once a professional can bring it to light that you do have a dissociative identity disorder, from there the healing can begin. After that, the healing can take a path of self healing as well as other healing or professional healing. So, in self healing, it would be useful if the person can go through different, there are a number of YouTube videos, one of which is by Teal Swan. It has a very interesting highlight on how to work through trauma. And working through trauma is one of the first aspects or the first important step towards healing in dissociative identity disorder.
So, Dr. Rai, are there any specific behaviors that we should try to inculcate in us or in our children's personality to prevent occurrence of dissociative identity disorder?
Yes, there's a lot that can be done to prevent this kind of disorder. First and foremost, the children need to be aware of their emotional states. They need to be able to accept and give voice to their emotions, and then they need to learn how to regulate them. The second important thing that one has to learn is how to tolerate negative emotions. This is something that a lot of children, not just children, even adults would miss in their life. Like, we don't know, we think that a negative emotion is intolerable, we don't enjoy it, and the discomfort is so powerful that we just want to run away from that emotion. But running away is what leads to dissociation. So if we confront those tough emotions and learn how to deal with them, then we're in a better position to avoid this condition. Yeah.
Sometimes the children are also, put to certain pressures, and sometimes they overreact. There's an outburst of emotions sometimes, because even that they are, I mean, uh, they are set in such an environment that the parents also give them a lot of pressure sometimes, and their anger or their not liking to some condition, it has got a huge outburst. In that case, I think it is really a very important, very chaotic situation also for the parents, how to manage these kind of conditions. It is also there with lot of adults who don't show their anger or who don't open up. So So I think there has to be an open up and there has to be a confrontation of these kind of emotions, both with children
Yeah.
and adults.
Yes, yeah, matlab, you're very right, you know, because it's most of the time we are actually struggling with our own emotions. Often, like if you read, go on a spiritual path, you realize that the emotions actually don't matter as much as we make them matter. But otherwise, as human beings, हम लोग अपनी भावनाएं में ही बैठते रहते हैं
बिल्कुल।
सो वो जब तक अगर बच्चे या एडल्ट्स अपनी भावनाओं को ठीक से नहीं समझ जाते हैं और उसको किस तरह से प्रॉपर वे में एक्सप्रेस करना है, ये अगर स्किल हम लोग नहीं समझ पाते हैं तो हम लोग ज़्यादा रिस्क पे होते हैं फॉर डिसोसिएटिव आइडेंटिटी डिसऑर्डर्स. सो दिस इज या आई थिंक दिस इज द क्रक्स ऑफ इट. या
So can a person suffering from this disorder harm another people? Like because बहुत बार ऐसा movies में इसको बहुत ही dramatic way में show किया जाता है, जो जिनको ये problem होती है DID के लिए he is like a cunning villain or something of that sort. But actually जिस person के साथ ये बीत रहा होता है, हो सकता है उसे भी पता नहीं कि वो इस तरह के problem को उसके साथ जी रहा है. So how difficult it becomes for the parents, for the friends, for the relatives of such a person to handle such situations, और वो कितने हद तक harmful हो सकता है.
Yes. So, the most common way in which DID presents in our society is like जब लोग अपने like they feel dissociative for short periods of time, and generally जो देखते हैं ना माता जी अंदर आ गई है ऐसे बोलते हैं लोग, that is the most common presentation of DID in our Indian society. So the thing is that in our culture, even though in the movies it is portrayed like something quite evil, but generally popular culture में देखा जाता है कि it is like, you know, people who have DID are welcomed and even उनको पूजा जाता है. They are treated like gods and goddesses. So that way it's difficult for people around them and the person who's going through it to accept that this is what is happening to me, and that it has a psychological basis and it is not some supernatural phenomenon. तो वो चीज़ इनको समझने में बहुत टाइम लग जाता है. बट व्हेन वी रिमूव द सेकेंडरी गेम्स, लाइक जैसे लोग उनको पूछना शुरू करते हैं या समझते हैं कि देयर समथिंग स्पेशल अबाउट दिस पर्सन, इफ वी स्टार्ट रिमूविंग दैट गेम फ्रॉम द पर्सन, दीज एपिसोड स्टार्ट रिड्यूसिंग. So that is, then it becomes clear to the person who is suffering that actually this is a disorder and that they can get out of it by handling it in different ways. Yeah.
Definitely. So one quick question on the way family members should be treating such patients. Like what can family members or friends of patients suffering from DID or dissociative identity disorder do to keep situations in control? Because many a times even they don't know how to tackle such conditions or how to tackle with these kind of situations. So उस केस में इन्हें क्या करना चाहिए?
इसके लिए पहली बात तो ये है, इज डिफाइनिंग द प्रॉब्लम. So a lot of people, because they are thinking that something physical is wrong with the person, or they think that something spiritual is wrong with the person, or that some nice spirit has entered the person, क्योंकि वो लोग इस तरीके से explanations देते हैं प्रॉब्लम को. तो first thing that we need to deal with in the family is to define the problem correctly. So the problem is that the person is having a psychological trauma or distress, which is leading to a disconnect between their mind and behavior, or their emotions and behavior. And that is why this disorder is occurring. तो ये चीज़ फैमिली को समझना पड़ता है पहले. सेकेंड थिंग, उनको ये भी जानना है कि that by giving it more attention and getting much worried about it, we will be increasing the symptoms. तो हमें ज़रूरत होती है फैमिलीज़ को समझाने के लिए कि आप डरो मत, कुछ नहीं होगा इनको. आप when the person is in an episode, you can happily leave them in a safe place and just detach yourself for a little while. After some time, you will find that the person recovers on their own and comes towards you. So don't worry. हो सकता है थोड़े मिनट के लिए ये एपिसोड आए, हो सकता है कुछ घंटों के लिए ये एपिसोड आए, but eventually the person can get out of it on their own, because the brain will not shut down forever. It will be only temporary. So not to worry about it. एंड थर्ड थिंग इज कि जो चीज़ें जैसे कई लोग DID के फेज में कुछ they use it, like kids or adults might use it to manipulate or to get certain things that they want. तो
Yes.
फैमिली मेम्बर्स को ये देखना होता है कि दे शुड नॉट फॉल इनटू दैट ट्रैप, कि जो जो चीज़ें वो इन द एपिसोड वॉट एवर दे आस्क फॉर, वी शुड नॉट जस्ट प्रोवाइड इट blindly. And maybe we need to think about our actions and not be impulsive, and take time and not give in to the demands. So that's the third thing. And the fourth thing and most important is meet a professional, because you can't sort this out on your own. You would need to go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist for best help. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So in such cases, when the patient even does not know, it actually becomes very difficult, because in that phase, I think even the person is not knowing that such an episode is happening with him or herself.
Yes, yes. So it's in such patients, our first task is to make them understand that there is a mind and body connection, and this is how it is affecting. Like, there's an area of the brain called the amygdala, and whenever the emotions are too high, that's the area of the brain that will go into a shutdown mode. So that it's your amygdala which is actually making all this havoc right now. If we want our amygdala to remain very calm, so if it doesn't sense danger around, if it is in a calm state of mind, it won't shut down and this dissociative episode won't happen. So, yeah, that's one way to think of it and help people deal with it. Yeah.
Definitely. So thank you so much, Dr. Sudipta, for sharing this significant information about dissociative identity disorder with our viewers today. As a dedicated healthcare media platform, we took this initiative to talk on this subject. I don't think so many people are talking, or there are a lot of patients still who have actually not approached the right help, the right psychoanalyst, or a right clinical psychologist for their health. As Dr. Sudipta rightly mentioned, that you definitely need a proper guidance and a proper help from a healthcare expert rather than sorting it out on your own. And we definitely wish that through these series, we are able to educate and aware people about this disorder. And if you know somebody like this, you must be definitely suggesting themselves to go to a healthcare expert like a psychoanalyst or a clinical psychologist for better treatments, and just not leave it up to like it would be getting solved on its own. It is actually a psychoanalytic, I mean, it's a psychiatric condition, and it needs to be resolved medically also, and through different sessions with the doctors. So once again, thanks, Dr. Sudipta, for joining us on MediCircle. We wish you all the best for all your future endeavors.